Welcome back, everyone. In this video, I want to talk about PPE. PPE is a fancy word for materials worn to help us stay safe against germs and other potentially hazardous materials in our environment. I'm sure if you watched TV shows or seen some movies, you've seen the scientists wearing a lab coat and goggles, to the public health or government official wearing full hazmat suits, to even the doctor who's decked out completely in scrubs. Those are all examples of professionals making sure that they are staying safe while working in potentially hazardous conditions. Now, you don't need to run out and buy a full hazmat suit to keep yourself safe from COVID-19. Leave that to the professionals. But there are some smaller PPE items that can help minimize the spread and decrease your likelihood of getting the virus. The two PPE the CDC and other health authorities state as acceptable is gloves and masks. So don't worry, you don't need a surgical gown to stay safe, just two simple items. Remember, PPE helps lower the chances of spreading the virus and can decrease the chance of you getting the virus, but it is not 100% effective. You still need to practice good social distance and only be in public areas if you absolutely have to. And if you keep maintaining good personal hygiene, sanitize high traffic areas, and practice good hand washing and sanitation, those will all help in combination with PPE. So today, I would like to show you some proper ways to wear PPE correctly and comfortably. Before we begin, I want to thank my lovely assistant Sergio for demonstrating for us some proper ways to wear PPE. Let's start with a mask. To wear a mask properly, you want to make sure you wrap the cord behind your ears. Make sure the mask is pulled down below your chin and the proper side is facing out. For this surgical mask, it is the blue side. Check the manufacturer's note for your specific mask. Next, Sergio made sure the metal rod is formed to his nose and that the sides are tight and not open. To remove the mask, he made a two-finger motion, pulled one side out, pulled the other side, grabbed both ends, and properly disposed it in the correct waste bin. Wearing a mask can help you from spreading your germs to other people. There are many vendors out there that are making cloth masks, and those are just as effective as any old surgical mask. But remember, if you choose to use an alternative mask, follow CDC guidelines to make sure you are cleaning and maintaining proper shape of those masks. There are other masks out there such as N95 that offer more protection. Leave those to the health professionals. Many of them go through special training and fittings to make sure that they are utilizing those masks correctly. It can be incredibly dangerous or deadly if you are not wearing one of those masks correctly, because you are potentially exposing yourself to germs and other pathogens. As of now, health authorities still say surgical masks and homemade stone masks, if made properly, can still just as be effective in stopping the spread of your germs to others. Remember, pulling your mask down or not placing it properly renders the mask ineffective and can get you exposed to harmful germs. If you're going to wear one, wear it right, and wear it always while you're out. Don't let it hang to the side or even push it on top of your head, because you will look silly. Gloves are another form of PPE you can use. Here's a short clip on how to put them on and take them off correctly. The purpose of proper removal is to make sure to not touch other surfaces with contaminated or dirty gloves. You also want to make sure your gloves have no rips or tears in them and to properly dispose them for a one-time use. You cannot reuse gloves. Wearing gloves is very simple as 1, 2, and 3. I have a set of gloves to demonstrate how to properly put on your gloves and take them off. As always, before you put on any gloves, please make sure you wash your hands effectively. What you want to do is make sure that your glove is fitted for your correct size, and just simply roll them over, just like that. Now, these gloves are a little too small for me, and you can tell because there is the webbing in between. You want to have a little bit of loose, and so your hands won't get tired and you will not run into the possibility of accidentally ripping them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the second glove on. And now I have both of my gloves on. Just want to make sure there's no rips or tears, and as always, these are single-use gloves, so if I'm going to the grocery store and I'm done with that, I'm going to have to take them off and get a new pair. So to take your gloves off, it's really simple. You're going to turn your one hand over, you're going to grab the inside of your palm with your one glove, and you're going to pull it straight forward, just like that. And notice how I didn't even touch any other part of my hand with my dirty glove, I just pulled it right off. Now you're going to form it into a ball in your fist, just like that. You're going to take your pinky, simply grab at the end of your wrist, pull it forward, and when you're done, toss it in the trash can. Now, after you take your gloves off, always make sure you wash your hands. If you don't have access to water, a quick sanitation would work with hand sanitizer, but the point of wearing the gloves is to minimize the touching. So if you're wearing gloves, don't touch your face, your phone, anything like that. And when you take them off, make sure you don't touch the palms of the gloves or the fingers of the gloves when taking them off. Just a simple pull and go. Remember, PPE does not make you invincible to COVID-19. If worn correctly and properly, you can decrease the chances of getting the virus. Remember, disposable PPE is meant to be worn once, meaning if you wear your gloves to the grocery store, take them off when you're done and properly sanitize your hands. Wearing them all the time or all over the place defeats the purpose of them, and it also potentially can spread your dirty, contaminated gloves to other clean surfaces, increasing the chance of spreading a potentially dangerous virus such as COVID-19. Also, if you're wearing PPE, do not touch your face, your cell phone, eat or drink with them on. Make sure you take them off and properly wash your hands before doing any of those actions. Remember, the CDC, the World Health Organization, and other health authorities will tell you what proper PPE is. So ditch those fish bowls, helmets, and other makeshift masks at home and only use proper PPE. We would like to thank our amazing community partner at the Flint Development Center, as well as our sponsor at the University of Michigan Flint, Flint's Truth and Action Partnership Project, coordinated through the Office of University Outreach, funding provided by W.K. Kellogg Foundation. Without these amazing people, this project would not be possible. As always, myself and other people involved in this project want you to stay safe and healthy during this COVID-19 process. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please submit them below or follow the link in the description to see more resources at your fingertips. Stay safe out there, Flint.